Good morning, students. Today's topic is properties of ionic compounds. Now, the first point is physical state. These compounds exist as crystalline solids. This is called as crystal lattice. Crystal lattice means 3D structure, three-dimensional structure in which the three-dimensional arrangement of cations and anions that are held by the Coulombic force of attraction, means the strong force of attraction is present in between the cations and anions. Now, the second factor means second properties of ionic compounds is high melting point and boiling point. Means in the ionic compounds, the ions are tightly held together by the strong electrostatic forces of attraction. So a large amount of energy is required to break the crystal lattice, so its melting point and boiling point is very high. Next is high electrical conductivity. Means ionic compounds are good conductor of electricity in the aqueous solution or in their molten state because of the presence of free ions in these states. But they don't conduct electricity in the solid state because of the absence of free electrons. Now the fourth point is ionic compound shows ionic reactions. Means these compounds split up into the oppositely charged particles when dissolved in water. So these shows the ionic reaction. Or you can take the fifth point is ionic compounds is non-directional. Non-directional means because the ionic compound is surrounded by the oppositely charged ions which are uniformly distributed all around the ions. So all these are the properties of ionic compounds. Now the next topic is bond parameter. Bond parameter means the various characteristics shown by a bond is called as bond parameter. First bond parameter is bond length. Second is bond angle. Third is bond energy. Fourth is bond order. In the next video, I will discuss these points. Now, the next topic is octet rule. Octet rule means the atom of various elements that can combine either by the transference of valence electrons from one atom to another atom or by the mutual sharing of valence electrons in order to have attained the electronic configuration that is of 8 electrons. Octet means 8 electrons. Means either the atom combined to form an ionic bond or covalent bond in order to complete the stable configuration. This is called as octet rule. Now what are the limitation of this octet rule? First limitation is electron deficient molecule. It means deficient means kami, means incomplete octet of the central atom. So there are some molecules in which the central atom is surrounded by less than 8 electrons. It means octet is incomplete. Octet means 8 electrons. So the elements having less than 4 valence electrons that form the molecules of this category. Here we take the example of BeCl2, beryllium. Beryllium atomic number is 4. but atomic mass is 9. So atomic number 4 of beryllium, it means 2 electronic configuration is 2, 2. So valence electrons is here 2 are present, but not 8 electrons having in this molecule. So octet is incomplete. Now next is odd electrons molecule. Means the molecules like NO, NO2 and O2, in which the bonded atoms have odd number of electrons in between them. So that's why it is called as odd electron molecule, means like 3 electrons. Suppose this is the example NO. Here take the example of NO. Nitrogen having valence electrons 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oxygen having 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or you can say that in between the nitrogen and oxygen double bond is present, but here 3 electrons are left, 1, 2, 3, means these are odd electrons, which are usually 3. Now the species with 1 unpaired electrons, means paired means 2 electrons. This is also a pair, this is also a pair, and this is also a pair, but this electrons is left, this is 1 electrons, it does not form a pair. So the species with 1 unpaired electrons, this is called as free radical. They are paramagnetic. Paramagnetic means unpaired electrons, so these are unstable. Now the third limitation is electron rich molecule. Means the element of third and higher periods of the periodic table, due to the presence of d orbitals that can expand their covalency and that can accommodate more than 8 electrons around the central atom. So this is called as expanded octet. Here we take the example of electron rich molecules, means more than 8 electrons. SF6, PF5. In case of SF6, sulfur having 12 electron around the sulfur atom. In case of PCl5, 10 electrons around the phosphorus atom. So the compounds which having expanded octet, means more than 8 electrons, these are called as electron rich molecules. So all these are the drawbacks of octet rule, means this rule does not explain all these points. Now the next topic is covalent bond. Covalent bond means co means same, means the bond formed by the mutual sharing of electrons between the combining atoms of the element. Here we take one example. Suppose this is chlorine, this is also chlorine, and it will form a Cl2 molecule. This chlorine having configuration 287, means 7 is the valence electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is also 7. After the mutual sharing of these 2 electrons, this one and this one, it will form a bond, covalent bond, means chlorine single bond chlorine. Next is HCl, hydrogen having 1 electrons and chlorine also having 1 electrons, and after mutual sharing it will form a covalent bond. Means the main identification of covalent bond is this bond are present between the non-metals only. Oxygen also having, they had the 2 electrons, and this is also 2. After mutual sharing it will form a double bond. So the types of covalent bonds are single bond, double bond, triple bonds. These are the covalent bonds. Means these bonds are formed between by the mutual sharing of electrons between the combining atoms of same element or different elements. This is same, but these are different. So we can say that, what do you mean by covalency? The number of electrons shared by an atom in order to complete its octet. This is called as covalency. Now, next topic is characteristics of covalent compound. First is exist in all states. Means the covalent compound exists in three states: solid, liquid and gas. Second, low melting point and boiling point. These compounds have low melting and boiling point because of the presence of weak force of attraction between the molecules. Point number third is solubility. Due to the non-polar nature, they are insoluble or less soluble in water and other polar solvent. So these compounds are soluble in non-polar solvents like benzene, carbon tetrachloride, etc. Means this shows the property of like dissolves like. Now next is electrical conductivity. So these compounds shows the bad conductor of electricity. Because of the presence of no free electrons in the covalent compounds, means absence of free electrons. So they are bad conductor of electricity. But here one exceptional case is there. Graphite is a good conductor of electricity. Graphite is the allotrope of carbon. So this is non-metal, but it shows a good conductor of electricity. This is the exceptional case. Now next is these compounds are molecular in nature because their reactions are molecular and that are proceeds at slower rate. Now next point, you can say that covalent compounds are directional in nature. Means covalent bond is formed localized in between the nuclei of atoms which are directional in nature. Now the next topic is types of covalent bond. Now covalent bond is of two types. First is non-polar covalent bond. Second is polar covalent bond. Non-polar covalent bond. When a covalent bond is formed between the two atoms having almost same electronegativity, and then the shared pair of electrons that are equally shared by the two atoms. Example is H2O2 Cl2. This type of bond is formed between the two identical nuclei. This is also hydrogen O2 OO, chlorine atom. Now next is polar covalent bond. Means when the covalent bond is formed between the two atoms having a difference in their electronegativities, then the shared pair of electrons that are shift towards the electronegative atom. So the bond formed is having partial ionic character. So this type of covalent bond is called as polar covalent bond. This type of bond is formed between the two dissimilar atoms like this: HCl, hydrogen and chlorine both are different; HF, one having partial positive charge, one having partial negative charge; HOH, hydrogen having partial positive charge, oxygen having minus charge, and H is also having plus charge. So all these are the polar covalent bond. So the main difference between the non-polar covalent bond and polar covalent bond, here the electronegativity difference that is between the two atoms, that is same. Here the two atoms are having the difference in the electronegativity. So all these are the types of covalent bonds. Thank you, students.